The Nashwaak Watershed Association is formed by a number of local residents and outdoor enthusiasts who are particularly concerned about the future and the health of the Nashwaak River, which is one of New Brunswick's unique and beautiful river systems. It was primarily organized around people who were particularly interested in the state of salmon populations in the Nashwaak. And over the years, we've developed into a more kind of comprehensive environmental organization. Salmon are still an important part of our mandate, but we've expanded our activities to include activities relating to riparian restoration, advocacy, and dealing with other kinds of issues in the watershed generally.
There's a lot of really neat stuff that we're doing. We have a great staff team, an incredible board of directors, and the restoration work that we're doing is amazing.
We do a lot of work with fish passage, so making sure that the Nashwaak River is connected to all its tributaries as best as we possibly can.
With the removal of this old dam structure, we will be opening up 27 kilometers of river, and it provides habitat for all sorts of aquatic species.
We also do a lot of outreach. We do workshops, and we are very excited to be working with schools. We do a really good outdoor education program, so we're looking forward to getting kids outside and in the watershed. This type of floodplain forest is the most converted type of habitat in eastern North America because of development pressures and patterns of settlement. But at the same time, restored floodplain forests harbor like twice the biodiversity of upland forests. So there's a great opportunity in restoring it.
We have a 10-year goal. We're restoring 51 hectares via tree planting in floodplain properties.
And once the silver maples mature, it can uptake 220 liters of water per hour, which is huge. And then, of course, it releases into the atmosphere, which from a flooding perspective is like a made-in-nature solution to a lot of the problems that we're facing. The joy in planting a tree is that you can put something into the ground that you know will create biodiversity, will mitigate floods, sequester carbon for hundreds of years to come.
This year marks the 25th anniversary for the Nashwaak Watershed Association and coincides with the beginning of the UN Decade for Ecological Restoration, which runs from 2021 to 2030. And the goal of acknowledging that decade is to foster environmental and ecological restoration and research in order to meet the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement to try and keep our global temperatures below that 1.5 degree increase. And the best, most effective, cheapest, and most scalable method of achieving those goals is through forest restoration. It is the only method that has been well studied, that we know works in terms of increasing carbon sequestration or storage in the ground.
As there's an increasing number of threats to the health of rivers, not just in New Brunswick, but across Canada, we need to really embrace rivers like the Nashwaak for their beauty and for what they give to us as people, and recognize that rivers like the Nashwaak ought to be protected in the same way that people are protected, which is something that happens in other parts of the world. So we see ourselves as advocates for the river because the river can't speak for itself. So organizations like ours have to represent the river and preserve it in its current state and help to improve its health.